as DA, we have to use drugs. That we get command and control because we're it's an investigation. So when we use drugs, it's because of investigations. Because the police chief or like a military commanding officer wants us to go investigate and get go become a sleuth and detective, and they want us to figure out what's going on. And with the uh, in in the restaurants or businesses or wherever it may be, they we find drugs or something, then we have a system where because we're government or law enforcement or whatever military, uh, we trace the drugs. So we trace the drug up the chains to wherever the source locations are. So we'll send somebody from here to the trace location to acquisition the plantation, so it's under our command and control. But the the drugs or alcohol or the wherever the source of the drugs are coming from. So if it's overseas, then we'll trace overseas to wherever country that the drugs are coming from, and we'll take over command and control of the drugs. So to stop the drugs. So when we find if we find drugs in the workplace, and with me, I had to do the police. Law enforcement. So police, law enforcement came here, uniformed officer, and then was with drugs, with marijuana crimes. So I'm allergic to marijuana. So I'm really allergic to marijuana. If I smoke marijuana, get dizzy and I'll throw up. So marijuana is definitely I'm not a marijuana type of guy. Cocaine's and like freebase cocaine's is my type of drug. But after a while, it made me have seizures and made me go insane, and my nose is all messed up. So that then we switched to lysergic. So lysergic is definitely cool drugs. These hallucinations and visions it scared me at first, but that's is a super cool drug. And then opiates. I'm not an opiate type of guy. More hallucinations. The hallucinations with the mind and the gases or whatever is definitely super cool. But parents were angry about that, so drugging kids. So um, we, I guess we, what our our thing was with uh, uh, dreams and visions. Was the magic Disney and these incantations was we could I could see when I was around my nephew my cousin's kids, and I was watching them. They were having like these hallucinations or their imaginations. It was what was when these kids and children were, they had no clue, and it was learning imagination. So we adults go through a time when they forget their childhoods. So it's their childhoods. It's for the adults to go back in time to their childhoods when they had an extraordinary memory or imaginations and dreams, and it wasn't this kind of genjutsu. Japanese call it genjutsu. The realities aren't the same as when the kids have these incredible imaginations and dreams and fantasies. But then people go into these genjutsu kind of strict moral code, but that's not the truth. In fact, in reality, there's all kinds of realities. You don't have to be just this one straight line code. There's you have to have a vivid imagination and an open mind.